Here are the common Upwork mistakes and a simple action plan you can follow to escape from subpar Upwork results. Hey, this is Zach from Your Freelancing. In this video, we're going to talk about some Upwork do's and don'ts. I'll walk you through the top mistakes I see Upworkers making and what you can do to avoid those mistakes so that you can get more clients, get more responses, and just earn more freelancing. Note for you is that this video comes from the Your Rates Toolkit, which at the time of recording, we just released. It's basically a collection of AI prompts, worksheets, scripts, templates, all that kind of stuff. We have a whole section in there on Upwork to help you raise your rates, get more clients, close more deals, and just generally earn more freelancing. So if you want to check that out, you can learn more at dyf.link/DYRT. Let's jump into today's video. So Upwork gets kind of demonized, and it makes sense why it would. It's not the best marketplace. It's very commoditized, but it's also a very, very easy place to get early work. So my general stance on Upwork is that it's not great for the long term, and it's not great for you as you continue to move into the consultant role, just because Upwork tends to be commoditized work primarily. But that said, you can earn decent money and get consistent leads on Upwork. I know Upworkers earning over $100 an hour. So it's definitely the kind of place that you can do well on. You just have to approach it the right way. And that's why I wanted to talk about some of these do's and don'ts. So most of the people who do Upwork wrong, in my opinion, mostly on the side of the hirer, is they go overly templated. They go for volume over quality because they're used to people not replying to them. So they say, well, shit, no one's replying anyway, so I'm just going to send as many as I can so that as long as no one's replying to me, at least they're not replying to me a lot of times, or some logic along those lines. They often arrive at this point because they got burnt out on the other end of the spectrum. They spent so much time crafting a custom response, like an hour or something, customizing a response, only to get ghosted. And in my experience, the sweet spot is going to be somewhere in the middle of those two. And we'll talk a bit more about that in a minute. So let's first jump into the wrong things and the right things, do's and don'ts. So here are a few don'ts. Don't copy and paste a generic template to go for quantity over quality. Don't have Chap write something and just copy and paste it without even reading it. Don't be a personality-less robot. And don't have zero customization. Dudes! I created a handy little acronym to help you remember. It's going to be ESCAPE, ESCAPE. From crappy Upwork results. That's not part of the acronym. I've only paused because I was like, is that how you spell escape? It's hard to spell things when you're reading them out letter by letter. Anyway, escape from crappy Upwork results. And there's a cheat sheet attached to this lesson that you can download. So the escape acronym is this: engaged. Did this person clearly read my post? Strategic. Did they think things through? And did they propose next steps to me? Customized. They put thought and customization into their reply. Attentive. They addressed all the stuff I asked for in my post. Personality. Are they a real human? Experienced. They seem smart and good at what they do. So with all of those do's and don'ts being said, my mind around the idea of customization is you want to find the customization sweet spot. You want to basically do as much fast, efficient customization as you can to get all the brownie points for a customized reply without it taking you an hour. So to me, the sweet spot is having a boilerplate template that you can customize the top of, and that's what you send off. And later on in this module, that's where we're going to be leveraging ChatGPT. So ChatGPT will help us first create that boilerplate template collaboratively, and then we're going to have ChatGPT help us do the case-by-case customization so that you, ideally, what I'm targeting for you is 5 to 15 minutes per reply, including the authority video technique. When I do most of my outreach, as cold outreach, not on Upwork, and I usually target about 15 minutes per audit video. So I do audit videos. I'm going to be having you do an authority video, but it's pretty much the same thing. And in my mind, at least when you're starting, that trade-off of spending a few extra minutes to get that level of customization that gets higher close rates is absolutely worth it. Maybe over time, once you have your lead flow in a better place and you want to optimize, we will go for whatever takes the least time. But for now, I want to optimize for what gets you the most engaged leads and then get some money in your pocket and then optimize it. So all of that being said, customization sweet spot is lightly customized of a foundational template. And just as a reminder for you, I'm going to pull this up and remind you where we are in the sales process. I don't know if I can draw a box. Here we go. We are right now in stage 2, which is lead. All we care about right now with our initial Upwork reply is having somebody become an engaged lead. So the objections to overcome with our first message are, who are you? Why should I care? What's in it for me? That's it. We just need to get their attention, and we need to get a reply, and we need to get them interested. That's the goal. So before we dive into the foundational Upwork template and the ultimate Upwork response, I just want you to take a second to ask yourself, how well have I been escaping from crappy Upwork results? Engaged, strategic, customized, attentive, personality, experienced. How have you been doing in those criteria? So hopefully you found that helpful. Leave a comment below if you remember what the ESCAPE acronym means. Do you remember ESCAPE? And as a reminder, if you want to check out the Your Rates Toolkit, you can find that at dyf.link/DYRT. Thanks for being here, and see you in the next video.